it's Brian with GreyWolf Towers again. So today's video is going to be on this little guy here. This is my Lenovo Flex 5 that I did an unboxing video. I'll try and remember to link it up here for you so you can see the original video. This is a 2-in-1 tablet. It is actually really responsive. I wanted to do a 2-week review to let you know how it's been working for me in my use. I do not heavily use it, but I do use it regularly, if that makes sense. The thing is that although it probably could be used for gaming, I don't game on it. It does have a Ryzen 5 5500U, which should be capable of running 720p games at a decent frame rate for on-the-go gaming, but I've never gamed on it. I use it for schoolwork and a little bit of productivity at home. And so I wanted to give a little bit of feedback about the device so that you could decide if it's something that'll work for you or not. Like I said, I haven't gamed on it and I don't plan on gaming on it. I don't plan on using it for gaming at all. I use it for school and it is doing an excellent job. The only complaint that I have is the weight of it. Maybe second complaint would be the size, but because of the thickness and the weight, which I guess could be considered one item, it's a little bit more to carry than I would prefer. That's not to say that it's bad. It weighs no more than 3.5 pounds. It's either 3 1/3 or 3.5 pounds. It's got a touch screen to it. It's got the flip around so that you've got it as a tablet if you want that. You can write on it with the stylus that comes included in it. All great features. The Ryzen 5 5500U is 6 cores, 12 threads, which is more than enough for productivity work for things like schoolwork. It handles everything that I've thrown at it very well. I use it mostly for economics to take tests and things like that. And then I have a computer class that I'm taking for my degree, and that uses a software called TestOut, which is an online kind of like PC building simulator, except a little bit more difficult to get the hang of. And it handles all of that great. I think it would even handle games like PC building simulator without any problems. And then games like GTA 5 may work on it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't gamed on it. The main complaints that I've seen online are the upgradability and the keyboard. And the keyboard, it does have some flex to it when you press on it hard enough, but I've had no issues with typing on it. It's very responsive, very functional, works great, and I have no problem whatsoever with it for schoolwork. I plug a mouse into it and take my tests using a mouse and keyboard on it, and it works great. To be honest, the only other complaint that I have is that the USB are both on this side, which means that when I'm right-handed, my mouse is on that side, which means that using a mouse with it, I have to throw the cable over or I have to use a wireless mouse. Using a larger thumb drive will get in the way of using a mouse with it. And then the other negative, that's a slight negative, is the charger that came with it is the USB-C, which uses the only USB-C port on the entire device. So when it's charging, you lose the ability to use your USB-C. But that's not really that big of a negative because the battery life on this thing is amazing. I would say that I get easily between 4 and 6 hours, if not more, out of it with no charging going on. So if you are looking for a laptop for school or homework things, basically work-based items that are not gaming, I highly recommend this computer if you have the budget to spend $700 on a laptop. If you don't have the budget, then there's no use in recommending it to you, but it is overall a Sorry for the coughing in the background. My kids are all 3 sick. It is overall a great laptop for any kind of schoolwork, homework, even business. That kind of stuff is great. Some usability for video editing is possible because of everything. It's not going to be the fastest and best at it because it is using the integrated Ryzen Vega 7, I think it is, graphics, but it is capable of doing all of those activities. And it has a 1080p screen, which is a very important thing to me, is that any screen on a laptop that I purchase needs to be at least 1080p or higher. So it also does not go overboard on the branding, so it looks nice, sleek, and professional. Yes, it says Lenovo on it, but that's it, is this little tag. Whereas HP puts their big logo in the center, so does Dell. The bottom of it is kind of nondescript. It's just a laptop bottom. I did notice that one of the things that I questioned in the original video was, when it's in this mode, does the keyboard cause any issues? And the answer is no. When it's in tablet mode, it does not function on the keys, just on the screen. And like I said, it comes with the stylus, which I did not bring with me as a item for right now. But the fingerprint scanner works great. The touchpad works great. The keyboard functions wonderfully. Everything in this laptop is amazing in my opinion, with the exception of those couple of things that I said. You know, the only real negative to it is the weight is a little bit heavier than I would like. The one USB-C port is frustrating a little bit when you are trying to charge it and use devices, but there aren't that many USB-C devices right now that plug directly into it. More that plug into the USB type A, which the only negative about those is that they're both on the right side. So if you're using right-handed mouse, anything large coming out of that is going to get in the way. But that's a negative that happens with a lot of laptops. So that is overall my review of the Lenovo Flex 5 14-inch 2-in-1 convertible PC laptop. Windows 11 is its own category of issues, which it functions well with, but I would have preferred Windows 10 if possible, only because there are some functions of Windows 10 that I prefer over Windows 11 functionalities that just aren't there. Windows 11, for instance, does not have the drag down to the taskbar functionalities unless you use a third-party software, and it doesn't always work for everything. And I like to use Task Manager for things, and you cannot just right-click on the taskbar and pull up the menu for Task Manager, so that's a little bit frustrating as well. But that's a Windows 11 issue, not a laptop issue. I think if I went with Windows 11 on the, if I went with Windows 10 on this, that it would fix those issues without any problems. It's solely Windows 11 that I have the gripes with on that. But functionality wise, the laptop is amazing. Highly recommended if you're in the market and have the budget for it. And if you have any questions about it, please drop them down below and I will answer any questions that you have that I'm able to answer. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button that should be in this general area over here, and that way you can keep up to date on our new videos and our community section. As I said, if you have any questions about myself, the product, or the channel, leave those down below and I will get to them as quickly as I can. And then if you haven't already, hit the like button if you found this video informational or educational or just entertaining. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.